After 6 weeks of riding the pine and practice, we had a game coming up against Northwestern University in Chicago. I was hoping my parents could make the trip down from Milwaukee to come see me. Unfortunately, some things happened. Chicago is an awesome city, and I love being there. And part of it's because I got my first taste of game action. The quarterback called the play out of the huddle, and I just froze. I was absolutely shell-shocked. I forgot what to do. But that was when I knew I couldn't wait to play more football. On a 3rd and 1 late in the third, they were giving me my first carry ever. And I pushed forward. Unfortunately, I didn't get the first down. And the recorded stats came back that I gained a yard. But I didn't get it. Later in that series, in the third quarter, I had an opportunity to be a receiver out of the backfield. Unfortunately, the quarterback didn't look my way. I got another chance where I called because I thought I was open, but the quarterback saw otherwise and said, "What the heck are you doing?" I didn't see the linebacker who tipped the ball away. The very next play, they called another play. It was a pass play. I didn't really think the coaching staff was utilizing me properly by making me try to catch all these passes. We ended up beating Northwestern, but I got my first taste of game action, and I was excited. I couldn't wait to get back to practice. My academic advisor texted me after the game and said I'm about to be suspended, which, if I don't come in and do extra credit. So I did. And then my friend Audrey, who's pretty hot, invited me to a party when we got back to Madison. I told her, yeah, I'm down. After another week of practice, where I scored some touchdowns and got some big hits and pissed off some of my teammates, we had our first home game in Camp Randall Stadium. And my parents called me and said that they were going to be there, that they had tickets, and hopefully they could see me like they did last week when I was on TV against Northwestern. We were playing Penn State, so it was a huge game, considering both of us were ranked at the time. Late in the fourth, I got in as a wide receiver. Again, coach wasn't utilizing me properly. And I had a chance for a touchdown in the end zone. Unfortunately, I dropped it. Again later that series, I lined up as a wide receiver, had a block on a screen, and completely whiffed. I ended up getting knocked over in the process. Later in overtime, again they lined me up as a wide receiver. And, well, quarterback didn't really look my way, even though I was breaking open at the time. I got one more series in overtime where I had a chance to get a first down on 3rd and 6, and I got blasted by the linebacker pretty good. Ended up missing the ball. We ended up losing that game 38-36, and when I look back on it, I had a couple chances to make a difference. Fortunately, I guess I wasn't ready. Coach texted me later that night and said he got sent a picture of me out at a party. It was a pretty damn good party. I loved it. But the coaching staff next week said stay after practice. They're ready for me to possibly take over as number 2. I guess all those drops and getting in those 2 games and my practice, they thought I was ready. I was super excited for this. We were running drills that we've run in practice before. The first 2 drills, I knew I could win. But the last drill, I wasn't really sure about. It wasn't my favorite. Then the first drill, I was supposed to run between the cones, while avoiding the balls, which happened to be tacklers, and to score a touchdown as quickly as I can. I ended up scoring 3 touchdowns. I ended up winning that drill, according to the coaching staff. And the next drill was our agility drill that we've ran plenty of times in the last 6 weeks. I also noticed during this drill, I don't know if it was the adrenaline or if it was the fact that I was hyped because I'd get more playing time, but I was quicker. I was faster. I could move side to side better. Maybe it was that party the weekend before. All I know is that I felt so good during this drill, and I knew that all the greats did stuff like this, like Barry Sanders and the late great Walter Payton. Those were my idols. Those were the guys that I wanted to be like. I ended up winning this drill, and I knew that I would have to work on this harder and harder to get better at it, because I knew this was going to be something that I needed. The final drill was not my favorite because this is where my teammates on defense would come after me, especially those that were pissed off at me, like the safety. He was second in line to come after me, and I had to survive without them tackling me. Again, they showed great aggression during this drill, but this was my time. If I could just pass this drill, I could be number 2. Unfortunately, he got me. But the coaching staff thought I did well enough that I ended up winning the battle. I'm taking over as the number 2 halfback. This is just a taste of what's to come. I can't wait to show off my skills on the field.